These are the 15 wildest players versus referees moments that will surely blow your mind. Football players and referees have a shady past in the game, involving tackles, fistfights, pushing, and swarming around the officials. Even on rare occasions, referees have taken offense and lost their composure. Not even legendary Messi, Ronaldo, or Neymar could control their temper in affairs of player and referee fallout. These encounters lead to red cards, yellow cards, and suspensions. Ultimately, the sport that is widely acknowledged for promoting peace transcends its original meaning and becomes something else entirely. So stick around as I take you on a trip down memory lane from the crazy old school days in football down to this moment. Number 15. Paolo Di Canio. Sheffield Wednesday vs. Arsenal, 1998. Paolo Di Canio's 11-match suspension for pushing referee Paul Alcock at the time was the longest in the history of the league. But we can't help but wonder whether the official's dramatic fall had anything to do with it. Was Alcock entitled to a ban as well for increasing his level of contact? Not for us to decide, and so we move to the next. Number 14. Joey Barton. QPR vs. Manchester City, 2012. Joey Barton beats Di Canio's record. Mario Balotelli, Carlos Tevez, Sergio Aguero, Mike Dean, and pretty much everyone nearby caused him to miss the first 12 games of the 2012-13 campaign. It's weird to see a player go after the referee when he's already been disqualified, as if doing so could help turn back time. But Aguero's last-minute winner ultimately diverted attention from Barton's tantrum. Let's take it back a little to the year 2000. Number 13. Roy Keane. Japstam et al. Manchester United vs. Middlesbrough, 2000. Are these breakdowns funnier when you compare them to the Benny Hill music? Absolutely! Although Manchester United's Japstam and Roy Keane led the attack against referee Andy D'Urso, it would be simpler to list the players who were not participating, but the game changed in 2009. Number 12. Michael Ballack. Chelsea vs. Barcelona, 2009. Give any Chelsea supporter the name Tom Henning Ovrebo, and you'll feel the sudden change in their countenance. In the second leg of their Champions League semi-final, the Norwegian turned down multiple calls for penalties from the Blues, both before and after Andres Iniesta's thrilling late goal that advanced Barcelona. Memes arose more from Didier Drogba's disgrace rant, but Ballack's unwavering insistence on leaving Ovrebo alone was more hilarious because of its utter helplessness, but not as ridiculous as number 11. Number 11. Mitch Rose. Newport County vs. Cambridge United, 2017. The most notable things about Danny Rose are his international playing career for England, and his role on the most exciting Tottenham team in recent memory. The most famous incident involving his brother Mitch is when he slapped a red card from the referee's hand, acting as though it would nullify the decision to send him out. Well, guess that didn't work out as planned, but our man in number 10 got lucky. Number 10. Kevin Moran. Manchester United vs. Everton, 1985. We presume that Moran was only baffled by receiving the first ever red card in an FA Cup final. That is the sole reason for pursuing a referee who had sent him out for a foul, which was by all accounts quite dangerous. Despite this, Moran's Manchester United team prevailed in the game, and his legacy will go on forever. Number 9. Cristiano Ronaldo vs. Barcelona, 2017. Ronaldo was the player to step up and score the game-winning penalty after Buffon was sent out, but he hasn't always gotten his way. He delivered the most Ronaldo-like shove in this season's Spanish Super Cup, as if to say, by sending me, the great Cristiano Ronaldo, you've already lost. He did this in response to receiving a second red card for diving. Number 8. Mikhail Urasowski. Toronto FC vs. Portland Timbers, 2011. We head to Canada for the most politest charged footballer-referee rivalry you'll ever witness. Urasowski is walking off the field and talking politely with the referee one moment, and the next he's being given a second yellow card before he can be replaced. He attempts to object before realizing he's probably in the wrong in some way. When things go well, it's beautiful. Number 7. Ferreira. Guarani vs. Boa Esporte, 2016. Of course, there's nothing civil about this sort. The way Brazilian defender Ferreira responded to a referee's call during a Brazilian League playoff match did not indicate that he was an experienced official, or that he had played elite football in several other nations. The veteran chose to push the referee to the ground and started fighting everyone after receiving a red card. You're doing it incorrectly if you don't think that the ideal kind of football video is one in which a man tries to fight everyone. Talking about everyone takes us to number 6. Number 6. Everyone. Grêmio vs Portuguesa, 2013. Continuing in Brazil, we have multiple players entering the game following Grêmio's contentious penalty against Portuguesa. Naturally, these incidents occur, and harassing a referee is not unusual. But following a dispute over the ball not being on the penalty spot, riot cops were called in? Yes, that is a little less typical. Number 5. Neymar physically confronts the referee during Brazil versus Colombia. Gets away with it. Superstar Brazilian footballer Neymar demonstrated that night that he could get away with murder when he chest bumped the match official and had no action taken against him. Neymar objected to the referee's call and made sure he didn't get away with it. The Paris Saint-Germain attacker confronted him angrily and gave the referee a chest bump, which normally would have resulted in a yellow or even red card, but the referee did nothing at all because he was Brazil's golden boy playing at the Neoquímica Arena, his home ground. This is getting more intense than expected as we proceed to number 4. Number 4. President Farouk Koka's attack. The president of a top-tier Turkish football team stirred up anger when he stormed onto the field after a draw and struck the referee in the face. The country's domestic game is in disarray as a result of the Super League's extended suspension. Moments after his team drew 1-1 with Rizespor, Ankaragucu President Farouk Koka unleashed a savage attack on match official Halil Umut Meler in horrifying sights denounced by the nation's president, Recep Tayyip Erdogan. He curled up on the ground, protecting his face, and was pummeled by others with a series of kicks. The incident was quickly put down by a sizable group of players, coaches, and security personnel who raced to the scene. Meller, shaken, ultimately assisted himself to his feet. Following his removal, he was observed with an enlarging eye. Halil Umut Meler, a referee who effectively represents Turkish refereeing overseas, received well wishes from Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan. The president went on to say things like this are not appropriate on their green fields, which serve as the foundation for friendship and harmony. He wished the referee a speedy recovery and denounced the attack. Sports means peace and brotherhood, he says. Violence and sport are irreconcilable. We will never consent to acts of violence in Turkish sports. Number 3. Messi versus referee Mateo Lahoz. After 32 years of officiating, a contentious World Cup referee has disclosed the true reason behind his forced retirement. The Spanish official gained notoriety for making audacious calls during games, especially during Argentina's World Cup encounter against the Netherlands the previous year. Following Argentina's victory in the penalty shootout, the 46-year-old issued a record 17 cards, one of which was a red card for Denzel Dumfries. Messi was sent home from the competition before the semifinals as a result of the criticism he received after the game. Mateo Lahoz now says that the Technical Committee for Referees, CTA, demoted him as a referee and pushed him to retire after he received a Guard of Honor in his final La Liga match of the previous season. The previous year, Messi had initially chastised the official, stating, "I don't want to speak about referees because after they will sanction you." However, the public witnessed what transpired. I believe that FIFA needs to handle this because a game of this size and significance cannot have a referee of that caliber. The referee must be capable of handling the situation. Number 2. Cristiano Ronaldo versus Chinese referee. During Al Nassr's 4-2 victory over Shabab Al Ahly, a club headquartered in Dubai, Cristiano Ronaldo, the captain of the team, did not hold back his anger toward the center referee. After the halftime whistle, China's Fu Ming was seen walking down the tunnel, and the Portuguese veteran was seen on camera yelling at him after an intense game. The veteran claimed he had been fouled by a Shabab defender nearby, but the referee refused him a penalty in the 27th minute, which only made Ronaldo more enraged. Following an overheat kick by their captain, the Al Nassr players protested that there had been a blatant handball, but the referee ignored their claims and appeared unsure of his decision again. A video of Ronaldo storming to Ming after the halftime whistle was off was shared on Twitter. He was furious and said, "Wake up! Wake up!" In a social media post, Arabic pundit Ahmed Afifi expressed disapproval of the referee's rulings as well. Though Al Nasser will force me to break this rule, I never discuss the referees. Anything against them occurs in every game. Number 1. Furious Uruguay players chase the referee down the tunnel. After Uruguay defeated Ghana 2-0 and were denied a penalty that would have advanced them to the World Cup knockout stages, they became angry with referee Daniel Siebert. Furious Uruguay players and staff were humiliatingly eliminated from the World Cup in the group stage, and they chased German referee Daniel Siebert down the tunnel. South Korea just advanced, all thanks to a late 2-1 victory against Portugal. But Luis Suarez and co were eliminated on goals scored despite defeating Ghana 2-0 in what turned out to be their final encounter. Uruguay got their first victory in the competition, but they still needed a goal to advance to the last 16. Had Siebert given them a penalty, they would have had a fantastic opportunity. Football players often vent their frustration, and occasionally their responses go too far. Referees are under continual strain during a football match since they have to watch the entire game and pay attention to what is going on around them. Although referees have come under fire for their swaying decisions, it's important to realize that sometimes they will make choices that the public will not find to be reasonable. Football players have a reputation for ranting and chanting insults at the referees, but they should realize that the mistakes the officials make teach them how to make better decisions in the future. Therefore, players should act appropriately if and when the odds are stacked against them. Thanks for watching, guys. If you love this great video and desire more like it, go ahead and hit the thumbs up, like, and share. Also, drop your comments in the comment section below. Cheers!